Yeah, so here I am on the ferry. I've got my little green arrow bag full of the cat hair because, I've given up projecting green arrow. I'm blue. But this is from those days where, I was all walking around like looking like I was Mr. Polished consultant. And I promised you the scenery, the view. So here it is. I'm going towards that. That's Manhattan. This is the inner harbor. Oh, there's another ferry going by. Over that way is New Jersey. Over this way is Brooklyn. You can probably see some of the bridges. I don't know. I'm not going to give a play-by-play. There's some of the more famous stuff. I don't think we passed it all yet, but somewhere along here is both the Statue of Liberty and Ellis Island. I need to get my kid out to both of them. They, like anything else, it takes long in advance scheduling, and I wonder how the past few years has affected visitation. They already closed the torch down. Can I zoom in? I wonder if I can zoom in. Yeah, there it is. No, I cannot zoom in, but there's the Statue of Liberty right there. And they closed visiting the torch, which is a big disappointment. But you can always get that at Madame Tussauds on 42nd Street. That was the avenue I was taking my kid to not too long ago. And here are the tourists taking all their pictures. And what else? I just figured, if you're ever on the ferry, there's usually 3 levels to these things. You can see up here, you can be on higher up levels, and it affects where you disembark. The lower level is easier to depart from. You don't have to walk through the terminal, either on that island or on this island. There's kind of like a quick escape, the Batcave secret road. But here on this lower level, the view is better. You get to do I'm king of the world, but not really, because they have this rope here and that fence there. They don't want any of that king of the world stuff. But it's still a much better experience. If it's not too cold and too windy, sometimes the birds come flying along with you. You can always see the helicopters. There's always some helicopter going around here, somewhere up there. There it is. There's a helicopter. Always circling helicopters. One of the world capitals. I'm not claiming it's the world capital. It's one of the great cities. And I've hardly been to any of them. I need to get my butt to London. And I think I might have passed through London, the airports. Same with Germany. I passed through the airports. I was always traveling somewhere for Scala, normally Norway or Switzerland. I spent about a month in Switzerland for Scala. And I would go through, there's a Statue of Liberty, is much closer now. I would go through Heathrow a lot. So I've seen the great airports of the great cities, but rarely the great cities themselves. I need to see Berlin, I suppose. I'd probably love to get out to Cairo and maybe, somewhere. Iraq is interesting to me. I mean, it's so many of these good places to travel have been ruined for us by the Bushes. But such is life. We have got a lot of interesting things right in our backyard. That's one of the things I love about living near Manhattan. Right there, I'm pretty sure that's Governor's Island. You can still go out there. You can walk around. No one, I think, lives there anymore. But it's this really fascinating place that I think that maybe the governor used to live there. I'm not sure. But it's a bunch of well-maintained but quite abandoned places, and there's picnics there, and I think the Hopi Spring Indian Festival is held there. You know, it's, I guess, a venue for stuff now, more than it is any permanent location. You start to see multiple helicopters. I don't know why I'm so interested in the helicopters. I can count 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I can count 3 of them right now at quick glance. If I keep going, I'll show you as we dock. Docking is really interesting. You get to a portion of the city which is not the financial district. It's just south of the financial district. I think they call it the Battery, as in, you know, a military battle or a place where they stored stuff. And I think there is even the Battery, where it's the remnants of some sort of facility where I should double check all my facts, because I'm probably just spewing BS. But I'm filling the time as I get closer and closer. You can see when I pointed out there before how small it was and how big it is now. So yeah, my different walks. I would either go around this side, which is just beautiful, facing Jersey, but don't hold it against it. But I can say that because I was born in New Jersey. And we're up straight through the middle, which takes you, of course, through past this building and all the ground zero memorabilia, whatever. It's a spiritual walk, but I'm not going to do it. I'm going to hop on the subway. This thing I'm going to, I think, starts at maybe 4:30, and I called ahead. I got, you know, building access. I got a desk to plant myself at, and it probably couldn't hurt for me to get a little bit more work in. So instead of adding another, what would amount to be probably a good half hour, 45 minutes to the trip by hooving it, I'm going to go down to where fewer fear to go. You know, the New York crime rates were like getting wiped out during the Disney-ification of the city. And then, you know, along comes the financial hardships of lockdown and the much more sparsely populated subway. And, you know, with that comes opportunist criminals, greater desperation. So never let yourself get in those positions. Always have what is the equivalent of carpentry skills. Be a master carpenter of your times. And it used to mean, you know, being a data jockey with SQL. Now it means being a data jockey with pandas. And if you doubt me, just go into any of these major data warehousing web platforms and see what they're offering, like I've done recently with Snowflake. And there is, you know, here's your SQL APIs and choices, and here's your Python ones. So I'm gonna wind it up there. I think you've seen enough. I don't need to show you the final approach. Maybe in some video in the future. Let me know if you're interested. See you soon.